Well, hello everyone, and welcome to the Filmbox Podcast. I'm your host, Aaron Souza, and I'm joined today by Connor, and Sam is back. Welcome back, Sam. Your week-long absence. Well, kind of like 2 weeks in real time, but week in the podcast.
Yep.
How are you guys doing?
Good, doing good.
Actually,
Yeah.
I'm not doing good, to be honest.
Oh God. We had some audio issues, but I don't know if there's something else going on.
The audio issues. I moved. My back is
Yes.
killing.
Yep.
I have one more thing to build,
What's left for you?
the dresser. So that's a big thing I have to go pick up and move.
Oof. Yeah, that's tough.
Still
But
alive.
yeah, I mean, you moved into how's the rest of the move going? I know we were there Thursday, but
It's been interesting, trying to figure out where everything goes because we got a lot more space now.
yeah,
So it's kind of just like, what do we do with it?
right. Because you only had one TV before, and now you have space for multiple TVs.
Exactly. I have an office now.
Yeah, you don't have to drive a half hour almost to go record.
I know. It's like, how do I manage this?
Dude, how nice was it? Like, hey, we're gonna record and just have to walk 3 feet to your office.
Like, I can literally just go grab Nathan if you guys want now, instead of just have to talk about him.
Yeah, well, I mean, you're saying it now. You got to go get him.
Nice. I gotta unplug my headphones now.
Oh no. Well, maybe next time.
Yeah.
All right. Well, today we're going to be doing a bit of a fun series of episodes. This is part 1, I guess, of this new thing. So we're going to be trying to determine in this episode the Mount Rushmore of actors and actresses for each decade, going all the way back to the 1960s up through 2020s. So that's this episode. We're going to be trying to figure out who are the 4 best from each decade. And then after we determine those 4, we're going to put them together in a bracket and determine who is the single greatest actor or actress of all time. And this is an official notation. There is this will be put into the record books.
Yep. Take it to the bank.
Take it to the bank.
It's more prestigious than any Oscar ever won.
Yes. You get the Filmbox Greatest of All Time award. But before we do that, we got to talk about what we've been watching lately. Sam, you're back. Kick us off. What do you got?
Back. So even though I was gone for 2 weeks, I was still able to watch some movies. And let me just add them all up real quick. Oh boy.
It was a lot,
2...
surprisingly.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 movies over the last 2 weeks.
Jeez Louise.
So
impressive.
I think the last episode I was on was the Mississippi Burning episode. So after we recorded that night I watched Cowboys and Aliens. Just because.
Ooh.
That's a Sam pick if I've ever heard it.
That's a Connor.
Oh,
pick
just
too.
wait for these other
I love
Sam
that
picks.
movie.
Just wait for these other Sam picks. And then I was gonna start my animated DC run. So I watched Justice League War. I haven't watched an animated DC film since then, but I will get back to it.
Can I just say, it feels like for you guys have been talking about these animated DC runs, and it's like every time it's like I started my DC run, I watched 3 of the Batmans. Like,
I was gonna say, me and Sam didn't coordinate that at all, but
Yeah.
like,
But it's like every other episode.
at the exact same time, pretty much.
Well,
you've been talking about watching DC animated movies for like a year and a half
because we
now.
wanted to do the tier list with all of them. But Aaron, I know you're probably not going to watch them.
I haven't watched a single one. I didn't even realize that was on the docket.
No,
so
we're waiting for you to like have an illness or something, can't record or something.
Yeah,
I have not missed an episode. So
Well, because we don't know what to do without you.
Yeah, well, true.
From a
I
technical
don't know how it would
aspects.
go if one of you had to host the show.
Yeah, one of us like, welcome to welcome.
Connor tried to host a YouTube video that is live on our YouTube and also our best performing video. But the intro was like, well, hi, yeah.
No, the outro is terrible. I didn't plan a single outro. I was like, well, that's it.
That's it. We're done. Oh man.
And then I watched the first two Naked Gun movies, the originals with Leslie Nielsen. Because I will watch the Liam Neeson one eventually. I don't know when though, but I will watch it eventually. But I still got to watch the third of the original. And then I knocked off another 2024 release. Shut up.
I wasn't gonna say anything, but then I looked at Connor and he started laughing, and then I started laughing. Okay,
sorry. I knocked off another 2024 release. Actually, technically two, but we'll get there. I finally watched Beetlejuice.
Nice thoughts.
Not as good as the original. I didn't like it as good as the original.
I mean, the original is like practically a perfect movie.
Yeah. I was not a big fan of the ending in this one. It was so anticlimactic. It was weird. I just did not like it at all. Still give it a 3 star. I still enjoyed it, but easily not as good as the original. And then I finally watched Fargo for the first time.
Ooh.
I didn't know it was supposed to be intentionally a comedy until a quarter way through the movie. And then I'm like, oh, this is what it's going. This is what it's supposed to be like. Because it did the openings like, this is based on a true story, and I'm like, I looked it up. I'm like, is this actually based on a true story? And it was like, no.
No.
I like that you could just lie like that.
Yeah, it's very bold to just be like, hey, this is a true story. Not. Oh god.
We should just talk like this, yeah, all the time, yeah.
Oh god. Oh, we're almost in Canada, yeah. Whoa. Oh shit. I went to go say Canada. Canada. Much like Australia, it's Canada. Oh, Canada, yeah.
I get what you're going for. Canadian.
Oh, maybe that's what I was going for. The world may never know.
I'm trying to save you from
It's all right.
And then I was just in the mood for a good Disney animated film, so I watched Hunchback of Notre Dame. It's very good. And then I knocked off another 2025 release, a Netflix movie called La Dolce Via.
Yeah, I need to know more.
Yeah. I was gonna comment on your Letterboxd, like, Sam.
This is a choice.
So I was just scrolling through Netflix, and it just, I don't know, I was just in the mood for like a feel good movie. Basically, this movie's about a daughter moves to Italy, and then her dad like still lives in the States, goes to Italy, tries to have her move back, but then they find like a really nice house that they fix up, and they decide to make it like a culinary school classes kind of thing. Because I guess the dad's thing was he was like a really good chef and stuff like that, so it was kind of like going back into his old ways. I mean, it wasn't great, but it was pretty cute, and it was a nice solid 90-minute watch. So
yeah, it just seemed like the most chick flick movie you could get.
It actually wasn't that much of a chick flick.
All right, fair enough.
I mean, but speaking of chicks and flicks, then I watched Tomb Raider, the 2018 one with Alicia Vikander.
See, that's the kind of movie I expect from you. That's the things that we're rolling with.
This one is easily the best out of, like, it was better than the Angelina Jolie ones. And man, Alicia, she's yeah. Enough said.
Yeah.
And then going on to more chicks and flicks. I knocked off another 2024 release, the Megan Fox movie Subservience, the AI one. Not great.
Yeah. Figured.
I told you that one.
It had potential. It had potential in the beginning, and then it just was just like, yeah, no. So, and then again, another 2025 release. I watched The Amateur for the first time.
Nice.
So that was all right. Wasn't bad. Wasn't great. And then a very anticlimactic ending, which was kind of disappointing. And then the other night, me and Kayla watched La La Land, and it was her first watch through. So,
wonderful.
I love that movie. So probably the
so
best
good.
Probably the best musical I've ever seen. So
it's probably praise. It's a good one.
And then you know what I'm drinking. So where is it? Here.
Milk. Arnold Palmer.
Yes.
Nice. All right. Well, I didn't watch nearly as many movies as that, but I did see 6. So definitely want to talk about them. So I started off with just trying to. It's like sort of like I've been going through and listening to the Rewatchables podcast, and so if you don't know that podcast, it's Bill Simmons, and they like revisit older movies in like reviews and stuff like that. They just talk about it. And it's a lot. It's really fun. But a lot of the ones that I was interested in listening to were on movies that I hadn't seen before. So the first one I watched was So I Married an Axe Murderer, which is the Mike Myers 1990s comedy, which was fun. I enjoyed it. It is a cute little comedy. It's not, not great, not bad. Follow that up with a 2025 release, Eddington, which is you guys haven't seen Eddington, correct?
I haven't, but I heard it's not that great.
It is good. I enjoyed it, except for the final act, which kind of falls apart. But the first 2 acts of the movie are like straight up horror movie. Like, but not like your tradition. It's like watching you're like, holy shit, because it's set during COVID and like really chimes in on all of the things that people were going through during that time period, and like all of the social conflict and the to mask or not to mask, and the people, that sort of discourse. And it really at times felt like a legitimate horror movie and how people were being portrayed, and I was like, god damn, this is like right on the money. And then it sort of devolved into the third act into something I really didn't care for, but the first 2 acts were genuinely incredible. Follow that up, watched Working Girl for the first time. That is Melanie Griffith, Harrison Ford, Sigourney Weaver, rom-com sort of thing. It's a lot of fun. I was in the mood for whatever reason. I wanted to watch a movie that kind of just takes place in corporate America, because movies like Up in the Air and Office Space I just really enjoy those. So Working Girl, very fun. Then watched Swingers, which is the 1996 Vince Vaughn, Jon Favreau debut feature. Essentially, it's very good. It's their sort of foray into leading territory, and really good. Next on the list was another 2025, a rewatch this time. So I found out again on the Rewatchables this Monday's episode they're doing Sinners, which is cool because they don't often do like brand new movies, but they're doing it for this episode. So in preparation to listen to that, I was like, yeah, fuck it, I'll put on Sinners again. So I rewatched Sinners. I was just doing other stuff too, and I was like trying to figure out, okay, what do I want to do? I'm on my computer working on stuff. I'll just put on Sinners. I have it on 4K, so it was really good. And then right before recording, I just finished up watching Superman, the brand new film, because it is now on VOD, and yeah, good, very good. I enjoyed it. And to drink, I have a water, but I also have I forgot to grab it. It's in my fridge.
So prepared.
We should have just taken over this pod episode.
Yeah, we should
This is
have.
takeover.
2 seconds.
It's a Minute Maid zero sugar lemonade.
All that for fucking lemonade.
Lemonade is goated, all right?
It's good.
It's goated. All right, Connor, what do you got?
All right, strap in. I've seen one movie.
Woo!
Yeah, like we've said, busy week.
Yeah.
I watched the original Cape Fear.
Ooh.
With Gregory Peck. Sorry, let me give him respect.
You're on a nickname basis with good old Greg.
Gregory. No, that movie is really good. Robert Mitchum too as Max Cady is so insanely good. I just love thinking about like the differences between that and like the Scorsese one.
Yeah, have you seen the Scorsese one?
I have. And like obviously it's cool knowing that like I think it was like Peck, like Martin Balsam, and maybe one other person had roles in the Scorsese one, but it's cool to see like the different vision behind both of them. But real good flick.
Yeah,
I watched yesterday on the treadmill.
Nice. Wait, did you watch the whole movie while you were on the treadmill?
No, I got the first like hour down, and then I finished it today.
Impressive. And what are you drinking?
Ghost Limeade, cherry limeade.
Ooh, nice. Well, now that we've got through that, let's dive in. You know, I've got nothing else to talk about, so let's dive in to this sort of game that we're going to be doing, this exercise. So, the way this is going to work is, we've got what is it, 7 decades from the 1960s all the way through the 2020s. And so we are going to be trying to determine which 4 actors / actresses make up the Mount Rushmore of that decade. And so I guess we'll kind of bounce off some different names. We'll talk about it. We'll debate. We'll try and determine the 4, and then we'll move on to the next one. So I guess we'll kick it off with the 1960s, and I don't know how we want to do this. Do we like first each want to go around and say a name, and then we'll kind of go from there?
Sure, yeah.
All right. Well, then I'll kick it off. I'm gonna go with Sean Connery as my first name.
That was gonna be my first name.
He was an honorable mention for me.
Okay.
Give me James Bond, Sean Connery in the 60s.
I was gonna say because he really dominated the time as James Bond. Right.
Well, that's what I was thinking. Like, you know, this is a guy. James Bond really kind of became a thing with his iterations on it.
Mm-hmm.
And it was very powerful.
Yeah. So you're not gonna hear a contest from me.
Yeah, me neither.
Okay. So I guess tentatively we'll slot Sean Connery in as one of the Mount Rushmores.
Mm-hmm. So my name
is Connor.
My name is Connor. No. So my first name that I wanted to shout out, Paul Newman.
Okay. I was gonna shout Paul Newman, but I figured you would have him.
Yeah, he was my 1-1.
Yeah, he was pretty much. What did he have in this decade?
The Hustler, HUD, Cool Hand Luke. And I think probably besides the Hustler, probably most notably Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid.
Yeah, and he was just coming off Cat on a Hot Tin Roof, which was 1958. So just missed this decade, but like that's kind of, I would say, like his ascendance, and then just this whole decade he's on top.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Sam. Give me a name.
You know, I'm gonna bring up the first actress, and I'm gonna go with Audrey Hepburn.
Thank you.
Yeah,
That's my number two.
that was my an option on mine as
Breakfast
well.
at Tiffany's, Charade, My Fair Lady.
Yeah, Connor, do you
Wait
want to
Until
actually
Dark.
share this thing that you've got running too?
Yeah, I just figured if we were all on it.
Yeah.
If we're recording, then
Yeah, might as well have the big board so we can keep track of what we've got here. Perfect. All right, so Audrey, I mean, yes, to your point, Audrey Hepburn is, I mean, undeniably one of the faces of the 1960s.
Oh yeah.
And she had I was looking up Roman Holiday again was right
58.
like again, much like Paul Newman was it was 53 actually, but
53. Okay.
was like
No,
kind
I
of
think-
came into prominence in the 50s and then just had a great decade in the 1960s. All right, so that leaves us one more spot, and I think we're pretty much in agreement on these three.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But there's a couple more. There's a bunch more names here to talk about.
Yeah.
Can I say the one that I feel very strongly about?
Okay.
This is where I want to throw Clint Eastwood's name in.
Yeah, he's on my list.
So
I
he's
didn't have
on my
him in the
list
top
also.
four.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, Fistful of Dollars, a few more
Yeah.
dollars in The Good, the Bad, the Ugly.
Yes,
That's-
but
that's-
you can
that's
also make
super
the case
strong.
that the 1970s were really strong
So,
for Clint.
Yeah, I had him in both my 60s and 70s. I mean, like, both of them are just.
I think the problem is, we'll get to the 70s. I think the 70s are
There's a
very
whole.
loaded.
Yeah, it is so
Oh
loaded.
yeah.
And I think because we made the rule too, like we're not doubling up on anyone. Like you're
Right.
not going to see.
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention that part of this
Yeah.
rule is like if if you get chosen in one decade, you cannot be chosen in another decade. So we can't
Yeah.
have 70s and 90s De Niro or
Yeah.
like 90s 2000s Tom Cruise or whatever.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So can I throw a name out there?
Yeah.
Is a bit of unconventional name. But this person's absolute star power was undeniable. It's Elvis in the 1960s. This is the height of movie star Elvis.
But he's not. He wasn't a star because of movies.
But he was a bona fide movie star.
I think his 50s were better though.
Well, his 50s for music was peak. What did he have?
He had Jailhouse Rock, Love Me Tender.
Okay. I mean, he
Loving
had
You.
in the 60s, he had holy shit. He started in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15,
That's too
16,
many.
17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27 movies.
That's simply
in the
too many for me to consider.
1960s. Oh.
That he's putting up like Hallmark numbers. at
He
that
is. He
point.
was kind of putting up Hallmark numbers in every single one. He was like, no matter what character he played, he was just Elvis.
Exactly. That's the thing. That's why I don't.
Okay.
I can't put him on the same list as Sean Connery, Paul Newman, Audrey Hepburn.
I'd like to bring up another name.
Okay, can we put
Um,
Elvis in honorable mentions?
Fine.
Yeah. Woo! Okay, what's your name?
I think I was going between Clint Eastwood and this name is going to be Steve McQueen.
Yeah, I think he was my other one. Steve McQueen was pretty much at a peak as well here.
Yeah, with Bullet,
My-
Great Escape,
Yeah.
Magnificent
Steve
Seven.
Steve McQueen was in consideration for me, but my other name was going to be Gregory Peck as well.
Yeah, I think Gregory Peck is another like you can't go wrong kind of pick. But I just think that like Connery, Newman, Hepburn, and Steve McQueen, if we're gonna pick Steve McQueen, they had something about them. Like they had a juice that I don't think Gregory Peck necessarily had.
I would disagree with that sentiment.
Okay, fair enough.
Wholeheartedly. I just. Oh, he's
You're
squeaking.
wrong, actually.
I saw your Roman holiday review, and
look, I think
you're
Gregory
wrong.
Peck has juice, but I just don't think he had in that movie. He had the juice.
Again, wrong. But criticism is opinionated, but that is just flat out wrong.
Yeah,
But,
I don't know. I think Steve. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, I was just gonna say. To Kill a Mockingbird was probably like the staple movie.
Yeah, but like when it comes to iconic films, what else did he have in the 60s?
Cape Fear,
Guns of Navarone.
Yeah.
I mean, you compare that with someone like Steve McQueen, who had The Cincinnati Kid, he had Thomas Crown Affair, he had Bullet, he had Magnificent Seven, and he had Great Escape.
I'm fine with putting Steve McQueen in. I just wanted to toss his name out there.
We'll put him in. We can have more than one honorable mention too.
Oh,
right?
for sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
Because again, I had Clint Eastwood on.
Yeah, I had Clint Eastwood on mine too. I had Clint Eastwood instead of Paul Newman.
Yeah,
that's bold.
Hey,
I mean, I don't know. I was also kind of basing this off of like pure rememberability, and I think Clint Eastwood just didn't make it. But he was right there as well.
Yeah.
Because like when you look back at the movies from the 60s, like you remember Magnificent Seven and Great Escape and Bullet and Thomas Crown. And for Hepburn, you remember movies like Breakfast at Tiffany's, and Paul Newman had an amazing run, and Sean Connery was Bond, and like those are the things that made a lasting impact. And Clint Eastwood had a bunch of those, but I just don't think he was quite there. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And I think I'll definitely bring this up with other actors that I'm going to be talking about. But Clint Eastwood is one of those actors that has like a select few movies in each decade that like, they're like one of the greatest actors of all time. But like, it's hard to place one decade because they had great movies in each decade, you know?
Yes.
Yeah. There's another actor who I found a spot for, but it was a real pain.
Yeah, no, that's true.
One movie a decade, pretty much, where it's like,
yeah, I think you know what I'm gonna shoot, what we're gonna talk about later. So
yeah,
in like the 90s.
Oh, mine's the 2000s. So.
That's fair.
So maybe not the same.
Can I had a couple other names that I just want to shout out.
Do we feel good with Steve McQueen as our 4?
I do.
I'm good with that.
I'm fine with it. I did like The Great Escape.
All right. So some other names. Julie Andrews, I think is a really good name. You got Sound of Music. Peter O'Toole, Lawrence of Arabia. I think that's also tough to not include. And then the other one that I really wanted to shout out was Toshiro Mifune, who is a Japanese actor, but he was very prominent for starring in a lot of Akira Kurosawa's films. And so he was a star in Seven Samurai, which was in the 50s, but in the 60s he had films like Rashomon and Yojimbo, and those like sort of late era Kurosawa films. That is very iconic. So I just wanted to name him there. But other than that, I think this is a good list. This was to me going to be the hardest decade for me to really like have a lot of arguments with, I guess, or have a lot of picks.
Yeah. I mean, I had another name that kind of felt in with Elvis, but Dean Martin, the original Ocean's 11.
Yeah, that's a good one.
But
all right, cool. Let's move on now to the 1970s.
This one was hard.
This one was very hard.
This is difficult. I haven't decided definitively my 4. I just have my list.
I think I have.
Can I say mine with a gun by number 1 then?
Sure.
Al Pacino.
Yep.
Okay. He's 100% on there.
Yep. Godfather, Dog Day Afternoon,
Serpico, and Justice for All, a very underrated movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean, he was like when he came onto the scene, like he was part of this class that really just changed movies.
I'll say another one that I think a lot of us can agree on is Robert Redford. Maybe. no?
You know, it's tough, man. He's up there for me.
He was a mention for me.
Okay,
but I've got
all the President's Men.
Yes, I've got two other names though that I think are bona fide staples of this decade.
Mm-hmm.
De Niro.
I didn't have him.
Really?
There.
You didn't put De Niro here?
Nope.
Godfather 2, Taxi
Nope.
Driver?
I have him somewhere else.
That's the thing, because I
Deer
think
Hunter?
I think his 90s.
I also had De Niro in my in his 90s.
No!
Yes. I also had De Niro in his the 90s, so
because I think the De Niro that I think of the most is the character that he created for himself in the 90s.
Yep.
Like the mob boss.
Yep. All right, let's table that discussion for a minute. How about Heat? Yeah. Oh god. How about Jack Nicholson?
I have him somewhere else.
Oh, see, I had him as the 4 just because it's based off the strength of 2 movies for me.
I mean, Jack Nicholson is incredible in this decade.
I mean,
he is like the number 1.
I mean, I had him on my list, but because those movies are so fucking good.
He had, let's see, he had 5 Easy Pieces. He had Carnal Knowledge. He had Chinatown. Yeah, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. Like, he's a superstar. And like, yeah, he has The Shining in 1980, and then he kind of he starts to do just more like supporting roles after that.
Mm-hmm.
And
see, I had him in my 80s.
I don't think that he's the absolute peak that he is in the 70s, though. His 70s, he is the man. Like, he is a bona fide leading man superstar.
I think I picked him for the 70s.
Okay, so let's rock with that for now.
Yeah, and
we'll revisit.
Yeah.
All right. What else do you have? So Redford is in the discussion. De Niro's in the discussion.
I had Marlon Brando.
I also had Brando.
You have Brando in the 70s? He's
Godfather,
more of a 50s guy.
Godfather, Apocalypse Now, Superman, Last Tango in Paris.
It is pretty powerful.
I think both his 50s and his 70s were great.
I think when we did the On the Waterfront review, is this the best? And I said, is this the best decade for an actor? We brought up, well, he also had a very good 70s too. So
he did have a good 70s. Oh, that's true.
Wait, no, I bumped him off. He was an honorable mention.
Okay.
I bumped him off for Gene Hackman.
See, that was going to be one of my picks, is Gene.
Okay.
I mean, Gene Hackman has a very, he comes onto the scene, French Connection, The Conversation, he's Night Moves, he's a superstar. He is at the top of the game. I think Marlon Brando, I have a couple other names that I want to throw out.
I also have another name, too.
So are we putting Gene on for now?
I will. Sam, are you okay with Gene Hackman?
Yeah.
I think let's put Marlon on because at least me and Sam had him.
Yeah, okay.
We could
just
and then
we'll discuss.
We can see what other names.
Okay. All right. Here's a name that's a bit unconventional, but I think fits. Is John Cazale. Now, are you guys aware of John Cazale?
Yeah, but he was more supporting.
Yes, but he was incredible. This man,
the strongest supporting actor.
Yes. So, John Cazale. Sam, do you know who John Cazale is?
Yeah, Deer Hunter, Dog Day,
yes.
Godfather. Yeah.
So this, unfortunately, he passed away. In the late 70s, early 80s? I can't remember. 1978.
Yeah. He's born in Massachusetts.
Yep. He starred in The Deer Hunter, Dog Day Afternoon, Godfather Part 1 and 2, and The Conversation. I mean, talk about, for your career, having just an all-time filmography, and he's incredible in every single one of those movies. I think, I can understand not including him because he never really was able to shine as a star of a movie. He was always with guys like Pacino or De Niro or Gene Hackman. But I would love to put him in as an honorable mention, just purely based on the absolute star power, like the his abilities and the films he started.
Let's see what other names.
Okay.
Because
I
have a. I want. Oh no, you go, Sam.
I said I kind of have a non-conventional name also.
Okay.
But everybody knows this guy. I had Gene Wilder.
Gene Wilder. Interesting.
Young Frankenstein, Willy Wonka, and Blazing Saddles.
I
mean, I'm okay if he's not in the top 4, but I at least want to throw him out there because he was very well known in the 70s, and
right.
Those are probably his top 3 movies.
I think that's a good pick.
Mm-hmm.
I've got another unconventional name to discuss.
Well, can I just toss out the conventional name that I had?
Yeah, sure.
Dustin Hoffman.
Yes, he was on my list as well.
Yeah, okay.
He wasn't, I don't think, one of my top 4, but he was on the list.
Okay.
How about as an unconventional in many forms leading man, Roy Scheider? Jaws 2, all that jazz, French Connection, Sorcerer, and Marathon Man. That's pretty good. And then he's like not a leading man after that. Like he has this blip in the 70s where he's like an all-powerful leading man, and then he's just not. And he's really good. Mm-hmm. He's really good.
That is a phenomenal 70s.
Yeah, it really is. Like, it's tough. I mean, he's the bona fide star of some of the best films of all time.
The original blockbuster.
The original blockbuster had supporting roles in The French Connection, and then finished it out with a movie like All That Jazz. That's tough to beat, man.
I mean, I know we're not going to put this one on, but I was just trying to find an actress. And this actress doesn't have a lot of good movies in the 70s, but she was very well known with her TV shows, Farrah Fawcett.
Okay.
With Charlie's Angels and the $6 Million Man.
Interesting.
But I know
it's an interesting choice.
I just trying. There was not a lot of actresses that I found in the 70s.
Diane Keaton was maybe one choice, but I don't know if her peak was 70s.
Yeah.
Let's revisit, because you said it before. Let's revisit Robert Redford, because like you mentioned him, and then we kind of were like, "There's other options," and now I think we can circle back to Robert Redford.
Yeah.
Let me put Hoffman in here too.
So Robert Redford had The Sting, Jeremiah Johnson, All the President's Men, 3 Days of Condor, all in the 70s.
That's really good.
It is.
Is he better in another decade? Is the thing.
No.
Which I don't think so.
By this point, too, he's... I don't know. Is he like... I don't know.
He was in the original Great Gatsby.
Robert Redford to me was never like... He was a star, but he never ascended to that upper echelon to me.
That's fair.
Like a guy like Pacino or De Niro or Nicholson did.
Oh,
or even Marlon Brando.
Remember we watched The Candidate in school, Aaron?
Did we? I don't even remember that.
I think we watched it in like AP history or something like that. Or
if Butch
civics
Cassidy
class
had came out 1 year later, I think that would have cemented his.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm looking at the 4 we've got. I'm pretty happy with it, except for Robert De Niro not being on here.
See, I think he's much better in a different decade.
Yeah, he's going to be locked into 20 years from then.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. There's also a lot of really good picks in the 90s. So it's going to be really hard to leave off.
Yeah.
All right. Let's I don't know. I'm feel good about this tentatively. We can always revisit as we continue to go.
Yeah.
All right. Well then, let's roll with the 1980s. And there is one name I think that is unequivocally, yes, that's the name.
Yeah,
it's Harrison Ford.
Like
Harrison Ford's 1980s is probably one of the greatest runs any actor has ever had.
Easily.
This man, I'm just gonna read out for you what he did in the 1980s. So in 1980, this is chronological order. Empire Strikes Back, banger, one of the greatest movies of all time. 1981, Raiders of the Lost Ark, banger, one of the greatest movies of all time. 1982, Blade Runner, one of the best sci-fi movies ever made. 1983, Return of the Jedi, really good, not as good as the last Star Wars, but very, very good. Indiana Jones Temple of Doom in 1984. Again, not as good as the original, but still very, very good. Witness, which is a very good crime thriller. The Mosquito Coast, which is a solid drama. Frantic. All right, he had a blip. Working Girl, the most charismatic man on planet Earth in that movie. And then finished off the decade with Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade.
Yeah.
I mean, what?
So honestly, I had a tough time between either putting him in 80s or 90s. His 90s,
yeah, his
bangers
90s. Presumed Innocent, Patriot Games, The Fugitive, Clear and Present Danger, Air Force One. Whew.
Yeah. But yeah, Harrison Ford easy in the 80s.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I also want to I think another lock for me. I don't know about you guys, but I think Stallone belongs in here.
So this one was hard for me because this actually came down between him and Arnold.
Yeah, I think
I wanted to capture like the action genre, like the just the super campy one,
right?
And like looking through their 80s, you miss like the original Rocky, you miss Rocky 2, and then it's just like Rocky 3, 4, 5. Actually, I don't even think Rocky 5. It's just Rocky 3, the Rambos and Cobra. Whereas Arnold, you get Conan, Terminator, Commando, Predator, Running Man. And then you get Twins where you can see like a bit more of like the comedic side.
When was Total Recall? Was that 90s?
Yeah, so I actually had Arnold in my 90s. Because he had T2, Total Recall, Jingle All the Way, True Lies, Kindergarten Cop.
I just don't. I think there's a lot more choices in the 90s.
Yeah.
Like Arnold was, Sylvester Stallone was, I think, caught in that transition of the decades. Like he was, he had broke out in the late 70s and then was good in the early 80s. And then that was kind of his decade, was that stretch of years. Arnold was like came out of nowhere in the 80s and then was, by the end of it, was one of the best action heroes of the decade. So I would put Arnold on there. He was in my pick. Although I do think Sylvester Stallone is very, very good pick.
Yeah, I was Arnold. I'm happy with either 80s or 90s. I had him in my 90s, but I'm
fair enough.
Completely understand of him in the 80s. So,
all right, here's a name for you. I want to throw this out. Michael Keaton.
Okay.
Michael Keaton, let's see. In the 80s, kind of was more like late 80s than anything. But in the 80s, he had Night Shift, which is fun. He's very good in that. But then really it was the combination of Beetlejuice and Batman in 1988 and 1989 that I think made him like top of the list, although he might be in a Sylvester Stallone situation as well, where his peak was like late 80s, early 90s, that early period.
90s, yeah.
He was a transitional star.
I'll hold him off for now.
Okay.
One of the names that was kind of strong for me was Meryl Streep.
Meryl Streep's good. I had a different female pick, but
I
Meryl
also
Streep.
had a different female pick.
Meryl Streep's difficult though because like she's been amazing for like 50 years. Like
Yeah, but in this decade, you have Out of Africa, Sophie's Choice,
Hmm.
Cry in the Dark, Silkwood. Like, I think was this? I gotta double check. I know she got her Oscar for.
I think Aaron. I think me and you have the same.
yeah, it was Sophie's
females.
Choice. Maybe I don't know.
Maybe. No.
Maybe. Well, while Connor's looking that up, it was 1980's Sophie's Choice. By the way, she did win.
Good.
I had Jamie Lee Curtis.
Oh, I did not have that. Never mind.
Jamie Lee
Yeah.
Curtis in the 80s, which again, had the breakout in 78, but then from there had The Fog, Prom Night, Halloween 2, and was really became this like horror staple, scream queen, but then went on to do like Trading Places, did A Fish Called Wanda, did just a whole bunch of really, really excellent films in the 80s.
Yeah.
I
think it's like Meryl was like she was getting Oscar noms every year.
This is true. But Meryl's been doing that for 30 years. Like
It's
for
hard,
me,
'cause
Meryl
if-
Streep might be like a 2000s more so than the 80s. Because in the 2000s, she had Devil Wears Prada, she had Mamma Mia.
Yeah.
Now,
Let's see, she had let's see, AI. She was a voice in AI. Manchurian Candidate, Devil Wears Prada, Mamma Mia, Julie and Julia, Fantastic Mr. Fox, It's Complicated. We're talking about like in this decade. And Doubt as well. In the 2000s, nominated for 4 Oscars. I mean, that's
3, 4, 5, 6 in the 80s though.
damn.
No, but this is what I'm saying. The whole point of like that we brought up multiple times of like she got her first one for Deer Hunter in late 70s, then
Mhm.
Kramer v. Kramer in like late 70s again, and then she really hit her stride in the 80s.
I mean,
So
I could be convinced.
I think
for
that was
sure.
like a legacy defining, and then is only somehow still ascended from there.
Yeah,
Before we make a decision, can I bring up my actress that I had?
sure.
I had Sigourney Weaver.
That was on my list.
Yeah, mine too.
Okay.
Um,
Because we
Yeah,
got
man, it's
Aliens, Ghostbusters, Working Girl, Gorillas in the Mist.
yeah. All right. I mean,
Again,
there's
if-
some other names out there too.
Yeah. If Halloween had came out in the 80s, that would be that would have changed things. But like Halloween 2 is a step down.
I mean, for sure. But then it led to her becoming like quite a leading. Hey, look, I'll give it to Meryl Streep. It's a very powerful 80s. We have one more choice to make. I've got some other names to throw out there. Could you throw out Michael J. Fox?
What does he do? He just does
Back to the Future.
For that reason, no.
Yeah,
But,
I think
He is hot at this time. Not like physically, but like, in the
also
space.
physically.
Okay, fair enough.
I mean, I think that's pretty much all he does is
He does
I mean-
Family Ties, and he does Teen Wolf.
I had kind of like maybe like a little outside the box pick was Eddie Murphy.
I also had Eddie Murphy on my long list.
I also had Eddie Murphy. Yeah.
Oh, well, I
Yeah,
think
if
Eddie
we
Murphy
all
might.
have him.
Yeah, I guess
'cause
he
he,
has to
um,
go in there by
Because I was
default.
gonna say, because that's when that's when he really started getting popular with his like comedy and stuff, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And you
He's a
have
very
48
famous
hours,
comedian, and then he
Trading
does Beverly Hills
Places.
Cop. Yep, Trading
Yeah.
Places.
Coming to America.
What else did he have? He had uh 48 hours.
He had a bunch of his like
Harlem
comedy
Nights is very good. Yeah, so I would say yes. All right. I had a couple other choices that I just wanted to throw out as like potential options. Michael Douglas potentially.
I kind of had him as an honorable mention. Yep.
Yep. Michelle Pfeiffer, although I'm not as familiar with her filmography.
Yeah, I also kind of was eyeing her, but I don't think it was very as prominent as these other ones.
Yeah. Yep. Hate to say his name, Mel Gibson. He was hot in the 80s.
Also had Mel Gibson, you know.
Bad dude, but made some good movies in the 80s. Bill Murray.
That's a good one.
Yeah. Kurt Russell as well. He was kind of like action star Kurt Russell. And he had the movies like The Thing. And then the only other I had two others. I had Molly Ringwald, who kind of was
Molly's
like
a good one.
Yeah, it was like the it girl for the John Hughes style film.
Yeah, that was it's hard to like think of what the genre of the decade was.
Yeah.
So like I feel like you just think back to like those coming of age kind of.
Absolutely. Like if she was to go in, I would knock Eddie Murphy off probably. But Molly Ringwald, I mean, again, we can revisit these as, you know, we'll let things percolate.
Mm-hmm.
And then the only other one I had is John Travolta, but he was kind of past his prime by this point. He was, again, his peak was like late 70s to mid 80s. All right, cool. So that's good. Again, I want to think about. I definitely want to stew on Molly Ringwald because I think she might be able to sneak in. But we can move on to the 90s, and this is where it gets tough.
Well, we're gonna put in. We're gonna put in one.
Have been talking about him forever now.
Yeah, we have to put in Robert De Niro. I mean, Goodfellas, Heat, Casino,
Cape Fear.
Yeah. I mean, this just you can't really beat that.
This was probably like the easiest and hardest decade because I think the four that I picked were like I kind of don't need to think about it, and then like I kept doing more research. I was like, shit.
Yeah.
It's one of those
he also had
like,
Jackie Brown and Bronx Tale.
Mm-hmm.
I
mean, in a very similar suit. It wasn't as strong of a gut feeling, but I mean Tom Cruise,
absolutely. And I have another one that was pretty much a non-negotiable.
I don't. I might have to push back on Tom Cruise.
What? Tom Cruise had. This is the only he should have been nominated for multiple Oscars in this decade.
I mean, Eyes Wide Shut, Jerry Maguire, Mission Impossible, Few Good Men, Days of Thunder, which I liked more than a lot of people, I guess.
I was gonna make the argument of him in the 2000s, but
the problem that I have with him in the 2000s is it's basically one role for the entire decade. Like he goes from dynamic actor with a lot of range that can do a lot of things to I am an action movie star. And he does Mission Impossible in movies like Valkyrie and Edge of Tomorrow. No, Edge of Tomorrow was even later. So
War of the Worlds, Minority Report.
War of the Worlds. He does do some good stuff in the early, like with Minority Report and you know movies like that. But I don't know. I think 90s is a bit better for him.
Who was your non-negotiable?
Tom Hanks.
Yep.
Yeah, I think Tom Hanks is pretty much non-negotiable. He makes a very good case for the number one actor of this decade.
Yeah. I mean, when you were reading off Harrison Ford's like rap sheet for the 80s, I was gonna say like Tom Hanks might just have him beat in terms of like the volume he was putting up in the 90s with like
And,
Philadelphia, Forrest Gump,
Yeah, he
Apollo
goes
13, Saving
yeah.
Private Ryan, Toy Story,
A League
and
of Their
Toy Story
Own,
2.
Sleepless in Seattle, Philadelphia, Forrest Gump, Apollo 13, Toy Story, That Thing You Do, Saving Private Ryan, You've Got Mail, Toy Story 2, Green Mile. That's all in a
Back-to-back Oscar
row.
wins,
That's just
too.
all in a row. I mean, yeah. The only other thing that you could debate for him is the 2000s, but I think by the mid 2000s, he's doing movies like Charlie Wilson's War, and it's just not. He's just not. He doesn't have it.
Yeah.
Sam, what else do you got? You got one. We got one more slot in here.
Yeah, I got a couple other names on my list.
Yep.
So, like I said before, I was going to bring this up that this actor is very good throughout all the decades. I have to throw Daniel Day-Lewis in the mix. But
I had him.
actor
I
I was
had him
talking about.
2000s.
I have him
Same.
either in 2000s or 90s, because in the 90s he had Age of Innocence, Last of the Mohicans, Name of the Father, Crucible. But his 2000s
is really
pretty
good too.
So I just wanted to bring that up. But I think we were
sure.
good with him in the 2000s. Another non-conventional name, Demi Moore.
Interesting. That's a good pick as far as star power goes.
G.I. Jane, The Ghost, A Few Good Men. She starred in The Hunchback of Notre Dame. She voiced Esmeralda. And then I also had Julia Roberts too.
Yep.
Julia Roberts, I think,
had
is
her
going to
as well.
take the last slot.
Well, yeah,
Although I have a bunch of names, and this is why I want to revisit this, because, like, as far as pure star power goes, we might have to shift De Niro back to the 70s.
Well, I don't know, because I'm assuming one of your names is going to be Robin Williams.
I do have Robin Williams on my list.
He was my fourth spot.
He had an incredibly powerful 90s. But I've also got guys like Sam Jackson, who was a superstar in this decade. I've got Meg Ryan, who was the queen of the rom-com in the 90s.
Mhm.
Denzel.
I had him later.
He had a breakout, although he could be later too.
Yeah.
Will Smith, again, breakout superstar.
Mhm.
Keanu Reeves.
I had
did not have
I
him.
had this name in both the 90s and the 2000s. I had Matt Damon.
I have Matt Damon in the 2000s
Okay.
As do I.
category. I just think his sort of breakthrough comes a little bit too late in the 90s.
Yeah. No,
But he
that's
is
why I
very
had him
good.
in the 2000s also.
Yeah.
I had Jim Carrey. as
I
a
have
name.
Jim Carrey on my list. I didn't have him in my top 4 though.
Me neither. But I mean, his 94 with Ace Ventura, The Mask, and Dumb and Dumber
Yeah.
is probably the best year for an actor. Just because I don't know if anyone else is putting out 3 movies in a year.
Yeah, that are absolute bangers, all 3 of them.
Yeah.
Like iconic.
Yeah, but then you still have like Liar Liar, Truman Show, Man on the Moon. Like it's hard to beat.
Yeah. I have 2 other names that I think definitely can be contenders. Winona Ryder,
Mhm.
coming off of Beetlejuice in the 88 and then just goes on an all-time run in the 90s, has let's see, Edward Scissorhands, Dracula, Girl Interrupted, Little Women. Let's see. She has The Age of Innocence, Reality Bites, Alien Resurrection, Being John Malkovich. So she has a very good run in the 90s as well.
Yeah.
But the other one that I think definitely needs to be considered is Kevin Costner.
Oh, see, I was gonna say Brad Pitt was my name that
I had Brad Pitt in the 2000s.
Yeah, I also had Brad Pitt in the 2000s.
I think Kevin Costner, though, is like sneaky one of the best of the decade. I mean, you look at, he's got, let's see. He wins the Best Director Oscar for Dances with Wolves in 1990. And then he does JFK. He does Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves. He does The Bodyguard. He does Wyatt Earp. And then he does Waterworld. Not great. But he has quite a few very, very good films in the 90s. But again, he also might be, again, transitional, like between the 80s and the 90s.
I think the thing with Brad Pitt is not only is he a movie star, I think this is when like he's just a star, period.
Mhm.
I agree. I just think that happens more in the 2000s than it does in the 90s.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, I get like once the oceans start,
Right.
that's when it takes off. But I mean, Seven, Fight Club.
Oh yeah,
I
I
know.
definitely thought
Tough.
about putting him into the 90s too, but
But that all comes like second half of the 90s almost.
Well, Thelma and Louise was 91.
Yeah. But then he
River
is
Runs
seven.
Through It is very good. Interview with a Vampire is 94.
Yeah.
Seven's 95 with 12 Monkeys. So he's busy every year.
I mean, he is.
With
I just
something
think
good.
his 2000s, he's got more juice.
Put him in here because I have control.
Yes, you do. Can I revisit with you guys Robin Williams?
Over.
I personally would slot De Niro back into the 70s and put Robin Williams here in the 90s.
that's not happening.
No.
I guess if we were to do that, I would take out Jack Nicholson.
See, that's not going to happen.
Exactly.
It would have to be Brando. Brando would have to slot out.
That's not happening because Brando has a much better filmography than Nicholson.
No,
in the
he
70s.
doesn't. Not De Niro.
No, Nicholson.
Oh, Nicholson. I mean, there's a case to be made.
Yeah. That's
it's
the
tough.
compromise we're making here.
But what do you do with Jack Nicholson? We can't not have Jack Nicholson. I mean, this guy was so iconic. He literally was like you would just have to say Jack and people knew who you were talking about. So then what do you do with him? Do we add like a wild card category into the bracket?
Well, no, there's no wild card on the mountain itself. They don't just like put up a new president every like couple of months, just like, hey, you know what? We're gonna shout out James Monroe today.
But they could. Anything's on the table.
I mean, in this climate, yeah, anything is on the table. It is tough because I do want to get Robin Williams on here, but
I mean, you can't really bump off any of those guys.
I know.
I don't know. We'll revisit. Maybe we can come up with 4 wildcard spots.
We're not doing that.
We're not doing that.
Fair enough.
2000s.
Right. 2000s. This is I think going to be even harder.
This was hard for me because I didn't. This was the genre, the decade that really we grew up with.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I've got 4 names that I'm staring at off rip that could easily be the 4 that we include. And then there's so many more after that.
Yeah.
I think we have to add Denzel in here.
Denzel was my one.
Oh shit, I had him in the 90s too. I didn't even have him here. Okay, Denzel. Yeah, he's got to be in there. I think as far as women, Angelina Jolie.
I also had Angelina Jolie.
Mm-hmm. I had Nicole Kidman too, just hovering.
See, I thought about Nicole Kidman, but
I mean, I had Cameron Diaz hovering, but I mean, Angelina Jolie was like the person in the 90s.
Even though she didn't have great movies, but like she was the person.
And she did have good movies too, like Mr. and Mrs. Smith was a big one.
Wanted was pretty good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I have Philip Seymour Hoffman here.
Oh, fuck me, man. I
didn't even think of him.
I have him on the list, but
he was too good of an actor not to have somewhere.
The problem is though, now we have 2 slots and we have to debate Brad Pitt, Matt Damon, Leo, Daniel Day-Lewis, Russell Crowe.
And I have one. I have another non-conventional one.
Okay, well, I have Leo in the 2010s.
Okay, that I can. I
So
also have him in the 2010s.
That takes him out. I had Brad Pitt in the 90s, so I didn't even consider him.
I think Brad Pitt ends up having to go here.
Well,
are we going to leave Brad Pitt off the list?
I also had Daniel Day-Lewis. I don't know if you
I
said
also
his
had
name.
Daniel
I
Day-Lewis.
did have Daniel
You
Day-Lewis.
can't.
So we all have him, so we have to put him here.
Okay.
Oh gosh.
And I've got Matt Damon.
I'm
I'm sorry,
Matt
I
Damon.
cannot include Matt Damon.
I also have Matt Damon.
But I have another name.
What's
What's
name?
your name?
Johnny Depp.
I had Johnny Depp as a hover.
I had a bunch of names. George Clooney. I think you can't disregard him as well in this decade. Ben Affleck. If we're talking Matt and Ben.
Mm-hmm.
Poor Brad.
Russell Crowe.
Russell Crowe has a good run.
Hugh Jackman.
See, I have Hugh Jackman somewhere else.
Joaquin Phoenix, although he might be more 2010s.
I think I had Christian Bale too.
Christian Bale, yes.
Yeah.
Jason
Will
Statham.
Smith. Will Smith had a good 20 or 2000s.
Yep. Adam Sandler.
Oh yeah.
In a sense, yeah. Ethan Hawke.
I did have Philip Seymour Hoffman, which I really hate leaving off.
That's the name. But I'm only doing 4 at most.
That's
honorable.
2000.
Steve Carell too was an absolute monster with The Office, and then
I'm taking Brad Pitt off.
Yeah. Oh man, I think that's right though. I really do.
I think yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, but
Damn,
man,
that was
it's
hard.
tough. That's really tough.
Once you started saying the other names, this was another decade where I was just like, once I had my 4, I was like, I'm done looking.
Oh yeah, no, there's so many names, and like so many people too. Like you wouldn't think like Russell Crowe would be like one of the ones in there, but then you look at his early 2000s. You're looking at Gladiator. You're looking at A Beautiful Mind. Like he's just a generational actor in the 2000s. All right, let's move to 2010s.
So this is where I have Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah, I think that's non-negotiable. He has to be in here.
You think so?
Absolutely.
I mean,
It's DIC, no space.
Okay. Sorry, I was trying to find his filmography.
Yeah.
It's Shutter Island, Inception, Django Unchained, Great Gatsby, Wolf of Wall Street, Revenant, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Mhm.
It's too stacked.
Yeah. And I think too, this is like people knew him as an amazing actor, but this is where it really solidified that he is like the next greatest actor of all time.
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel about Emma Stone in this decade?
I had Emma Stone here too.
I didn't, but I had him in my honorable mention.
Okay, so throw into the honorable mentions for now. We'll go through some other options.
I had Jake Gyllenhaal.
I had Jake Gyllenhaal in
Jake
my
Gyllenhaal on the fence.
Yeah, on my honorable
toss him
mentions
here.
too. Yeah,
I think he is kind of an underrated actor.
uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
And then you look at his list and you're like, holy shit.
Yeah, he's done a lot of good stuff. This is, I think I have a potential non-negotiable is ScarJo.
I did not have ScarJo.
I also did not have ScarJo.
Really? I'm very
that-
surprised about that.
That was another case of like, I'm done looking. It's 11 o'clock at night.
So let me just run down her 2010s for you, and we can make a choice. So in the 2010s, started with Iron Man 2, and then the Avengers, which is like, okay, she's big time in the MCU. Also has movies like Don John, has Her, Chef, Lucy, Hail Caesar, The Jungle Book, Sing, Ghost in the Shell, Isle of Dogs, Marriage Story, and Jojo Rabbit. And then all of the Avengers movies and Captain America's.
See,
I mean, that's a really good decade.
I'm
That's
not saying
really
it's not a good decade, but I'm saying I have another actress that might be
I do
a
too.
little bit more popular, but more of a banger.
I have
decade.
I have 4 more actresses that can absolutely fit in this decade.
Yeah,
I had Viola Davis.
Oh, I didn't even have her on my
I
list.
did not have Viola Davis. No.
I mean,
What about Jennifer Lawrence?
that was on my list.
Yeah.
yeah.
Jennifer Lawrence was
Yeah.
like a monster in this decade. I also had Margot Robbie.
I also had Margot Robbie.
She kind of became an absolute fixture. And then I had Anne Hathaway as well.
I had Anne Hathaway.
She was again, I think, potentially, I don't know. She was like a star in the 2000s and 2010s, but I don't know if she was like upper echelon.
That's fair.
Yeah.
And then I had Amy Adams as well. Who's
I can
very
see
good.
that.
I was really trying to come down between like Amy Adams and Natalie Portman.
I'm not sure. About
I don't think Natalie Portman.
Yeah, I'm not sure about Natalie Portman.
Well, that was the thing. I was like, when I looked through her Natalie Portman's filmography, I was like, okay, she has Black Swan, Annihilation, and Jackie. I was like, but there's obviously I really like Black Swan and Annihilation, but there's nothing to really like hold like hang your hat on. Like Amy Adams had a rival.
Yeah.
So I'd be more than happy to put her on.
I don't think that she gets on.
I don't think she gets on either.
Because I have a couple a couple actors also to name off that I think are true contenders.
Before we do, I feel like Emma Stone deserves to be on here.
I do too. Do we have to run through the Emma Stone filmography here?
I mean,
one of these two, Jennifer Lawrence or Emma Stone.
I think you could make a case for both.
We're
not limited to one.
I like Jennifer Lawrence. I firmly believe Jennifer Lawrence, but again.
So I think Jennifer Lawrence definitely should. I also really believe Emma Stone should. Emma Stone, starting in 2010, Easy A. Then Friends with Benefits, minor role. Crazy Stupid Love, great movie. The Help, breakout, continuing the breakout. Then goes Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Movie.
Then Birdman, where she gets nominated for an Oscar. And then does La La Land and The Favorite. I mean, she's a superstar by that point.
Yeah.
And wins an Oscar for La La Land.
Yeah, you're right. Let's put them both on.
Yeah. And that
just
leaves
to clear up some screen.
Yep. And so that leaves one slot left. And I've got two more names to throw out there.
Okay.
Yeah, me too.
I've got Joaquin Phoenix, who by this point he does Joker, he's in Her, and he's, kind of establishing himself as a top 10 leading man. And then I've got Matthew McConaughey.
I'm more interested in McConaughey.
I think McConaughey, this is the decade where he really reinvents himself. He does Interstellar, he does True Detective, he does The Lincoln Lawyer, he does Mud, he does Dallas Buyers Club, he's in Wolf of Wall Street for the particular scene. He does Sing, he does The Gentleman, Free State of Jones, Magic Mike. Forgot about Magic Mike. He's got a real case. I mean, I don't know if you. I mean, this is really the decade where I was paying attention, and like he was all over the place. Like he was. I would have thought he had been a superstar for 20 years. The way that he was, the way his star power was. But those are the two names. Sam, you had some other names you said.
Yep. I had Hugh Jackman. With Wolverine, Les Miserables.
Yeah.
Real Steel, Prisoners.
I think he has a good case. I had him in the 2000s, so I didn't have.
Yeah, and then I kind of want to stand on the table for this next one. I'm gonna say.
Oh boy.
I had Ray Fiennes.
Oh.
Is this the Harry Potter?
He was Harry Potter. He was in Clash of the Titans. He was in He was in Skyfall, Spectre, Grand Budapest Hotel. I I feel remnants to not include Ray Fiennes on some list.
Is he the? I just don't know if he's the star though. You got to remember these are not just like these guys were really good. Like these people have to absolutely define this decade. Like Ray Fiennes is excellent, and for sure I think he deserves an honorable mention at the least. And I had gone back and forth on him when I was planning it.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good pick.
It's a good pick. I just because he did give us like a defining villain, or
right, but also, I mean, you really didn't know it was him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
it's tough.
That's really hard.
You know another name I had?
Okay.
Saoirse Ronan.
I had her in the 2020s.
The only reason I had her here is because this is where her best work has been.
Yeah.
With Lady Bird, Little Woman in Brooklyn.
Yep.
And everything she's done so far has not. The Outrun has been probably the best thing she's done.
Yeah.
I'd say.
Man.
But I kind of want to stand on the table for Jake Gyllenhaal again.
Oh God. Oh no, we're at an impasse. Because I was gonna say McConaughey.
Because Prisoners, End of Watch, Nightcrawler, Love and Other Drugs.
That's really good.
It is.
So we've got Ray Fiennes, McConaughey, and Gyllenhaal.
Southpaw, Stronger, Demolition.
Good.
Are those really though like iconic decade-defining movies? Though I give you Prisoners and Nightcrawler. And I give you Love and Other Drugs because I think that's a really good movie too. But all those other ones that you named,
End of Watch, Spider-Man, Far
I
From
wouldn't
Home.
even put that in the top 100 of movies.
I would not say
the
like
decade.
Mud is a
no,
decade definer.
But I would say Dallas Buyers Club, Interstellar, and The Wolf of Wall Street are.
Okay, so we're 3 for 3 or 3v3 right now.
And Magic Mike, you would say is a definer.
So I'd say End of Watches then.
Okay.
So I guess it's up to me, huh?
Hey, can I just also say Gyllenhaal, no Oscars. McConaughey, Best Actor.
But we could easily say he was robbed multiple times.
No.
He should have gotten one for Nightcrawler and definitely for Prisoners.
Oh, God. I feel very strongly about McConaughey, but if you guys both feel strongly, I don't know, Sam, how do you lean on this? Are you sticking with Ray Fiennes? Are you standing on the table for Ray Fiennes?
Well, I mean, I want him, but I know it's not going to happen. But, I really like the Hugh Jackman pick, though.
Oh God! All right, I gotta pull up Hugh Jackman's filmography.
Can we at least add a Hugh Jackman to honorable mentions?
Oh, of course.
Because, Greatest Showman, The Wolverine, Logan, Prisoners, Real Steel, Labor's Rob, Movie 43, Chappie.
Okay, we're not talking about Movie 43. In a decade.
Hey, that movie was huge with fucking teenagers, okay? So
it was.
Rise of the Guardians, X-Men Days of Future Past. I don't know.
Logan. He does have Logan.
I was going to say, I'll give him this. He does have a character that you can
point
him down to.
So, yeah. I mean, I like that pick better than Ray Fiennes, obviously, but I don't know.
Do we just have to spin a wheel?
We might have to.
Yeah. Because I'm good with anybody, but I like the Hugh Jackman pick really much. I really like the Hugh Jackman pick.
Yeah. Okay. Let's spin a wheel. Man, and we didn't even really talk about Margot Robbie either, who was top of the list in this decade for female actresses.
Yeah. Should we just go with Margot Robbie then?
Let's add her to the list to spin.
I mean, Margot Robbie after Wolf of Wall Street was unstoppable. You have Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. You have you've got, oh my god, I need the filmography, please. Thank you.
So I know
Wolf of
she
Wall
was in
Street, Suicide Squad, Focus,
Yeah.
Bombshell, The Legend of Tarzan, I, Tonya,
About
Time, Mary Queen of Scots, The Big Short for one scene.
But like I know Suicide Squad wasn't the first one wasn't good, but like she was Harley Quinn.
She was
you know?
the reason.
She was a name.
She was
Right.
basically
At
the
that
reason
point.
it got made.
Right.
Okay.
All right, here we go.
Do we want to just add Ray Fiennes to this as well?
No, I'm good with leaving Ray Fiennes off of it. I mean,
What if
yeah.
he wins though?
I think Ray Fiennes decade defining in that he played Voldemort, but you don't really know it's him. You know Voldemort, and you know, testament to him to bringing that to life. But
Okay.
all right, let's see. Oh God, it's gonna be Jake. It's Jake. Oh boy.
All right, let's not act like he doesn't deserve it. This is a phenomenal peak for an actor.
I mean,
It
I'm
is
not
a very good
arguing
peak.
that.
All right, Jake Gyllenhaal.
So who
All
could
right.
we add to the honorable mentions?
Who
Who else? Could
I mean,
we
I
add?
had names that weren't even mentioned yet. Oscar Isaac,
Nah.
Adam Driver.
Nah.
So I think Joaquin Phoenix is a name that we really kind of underlooked in this decade.
Yeah, but it's
I
like the
don't
same thing.
know.
Like you just don't see star.
I see incredible actor, but yeah, you're right. All right, let's do the 2020s then.
We'll just toss Ray Fiennes here.
We'll toss him a bone.
So this is interesting because I want to know what was your mindset when picking actors for the 2020s?
I was
much did
trying to
you-
think of people who are absolutely at the top of their game.
But how much did you factor in stuff that they have upcoming as well?
I didn't very much. I factored in what they did right now and where they are in the echelon of society.
Yeah, I did too.
I see. I factored in stuff they have upcoming as well.
I think that's a good thing to talk about. I mean, it is this decade, so
because we're halfway through the 2025. Obviously, they could add so much more heat to the resume. Because like the number one pick for me is Robert Pattinson.
Oh, I had Robert Pattinson too.
I had Robert Pattinson as well. I think he's excellent, but he wasn't my number one, but I think it's a very, very good pick.
Because I know your number one is going to be, is it Timmy?
Yeah, I was gonna say Timmy.
Yeah, I
it's
had
Timothy
Timmy.
Chalamet,
I
but
also
like
had
he
Timmy.
he's the next Leo in terms of the public consciousness. And this is where it gets really tough because there's cases for a lot of people. I think you can't understate Pedro Pascal.
Yeah.
He is just a monster right now. I think you can't understate as well Michael B. Jordan.
Mm-hmm.
And then
I think a lot of his good stuff has. Actually, I'm not going to say that because I need to pull up his filmography and see. The
I mean,
dates.
Creed was
2010s.
2010s.
Creed 2 was also 2010s, 2019, I think.
Let's
Off
see.
the dome.
Michael B. Jordan. Creed 2 was 2018 and Black Panther was 2018. So
Yeah,
he might have been kind of in that transitional period, but I also feel like he is now cementing himself as, like, we are watching him become one of the top 5 stars of this decade, but I don't know if he's there yet.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Florence Pugh.
I had Florence Pugh.
I had her on my list.
Okay, so let's put her on the list then. She has to be. I think she has to be on there.
Oppenheimer, Puss in Boots, We Live in Time. She plays in all the Marvel.
Midsommar. Was that this decade?
No, that was
last.
2018 or something.
20.
Like that.
Okay.
19. Dune. You know.
Yep.
I also had Anya Taylor-Joy.
I had
I had her
in
as
the
my
running.
Yeah, I had her on my honorable mentions.
I think Sydney Sweeney is very close to this list.
Not
not
yet.
putting-
I don't think so.
Maybe one day.
I
but-
think, if the rest of this year goes well, I mean, she's got, because you got to think too, you're talking about what she has coming.
Yeah.
She became kind of like front and center with movies like Anyone But You, and then
And Euphoria.
Euphoria, and then this year still has the Christy Martin biopic and The Housemaid coming this year. Which, if those both hit and she's like in the running for awards, I think that you end up having to put her on there.
Isn't there another one coming out this year?
Americana.
Americana
Eden.
just came out this week. Eden, don't even worry
Eden,
about that. That movie's trash.
Yeah.
Americana, though, I've heard very good things about. That came out literally this weekend.
Yeah.
Um,
So when I said like trying to factor in like future stuff as well, I think Austin Butler.
I also had Austin
Austin
Butler.
Butler's very
Yep.
close too.
I also
'Cause,
had Austin Butler.
When you you have like Elvis, Bike Riders, Dune 2, Eddington, Caught Stealing's coming out soon, and then he's gonna be on like, you said that Timothy Chalamet is on like the Leo plan.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard not to see Austin Butler on like a Val Kilmer-esque type or like a De Niro type plan from the 90s.
Yep. I've got another name though that I think rivals that too. Is Zendaya, who I think is again. I mean, you've got Spider-Man, you got
Mhm.
Dune, and Dune 2. You've got Challengers,
Mhm.
and then she's going to be in Dune 3, Spider-Man: Brand New Day, The Odyssey,
Mm-hmm.
and The Drama, which is her movie with Robert Pattinson that's coming up. I mean, when I think, again, what I'm trying to consider too is when I think of like movie stars from this decade, I do think of Zendaya.
Mhm.
So that's a tough one.
Maybe another stretch would be Ana de Armas.
I had Ana de Armas in my long list.
Yeah. She doesn't do the star in the best of movies, but like she's
Again,
still
she is a
pretty
public
well-known.
consciousness person.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Mhm.
I think I had Jenna Ortega in that same vein.
Yeah, she just has to pick better movies.
Yeah. Tom Holland, I also think falls into that vein where he's very well in the public conscience, but he needs better movies.
Mhm.
What do we think of Julia Garner?
I think it's too early yet,
Too early? Okay.
or
Yeah,
maybe she.
That's
Yeah.
what I had.
She's definitely started small and is now like, I think she's on the starting line of a breakout.
Yeah, like we might see the 2030s be her decade.
Mm-hmm.
Or
yeah.
even like 2027, 8.
Yeah, late
That's
Right.
when it's like,
2020s,
okay, yeah, she's on everyone's radar now.
Yeah. One big name that we haven't mentioned yet is Glenn Powell.
Yeah.
I mean, Top Gun Maverick, Twisters, Anyone But You,
Hitman.
Hitman, and then he's got like a billion projects coming. He's let's see. He's got The Running
Did you say
Man,
Running Man?
Huntington, and then the untitled J.J. Abrams film.
How about, not the best of movies, but pretty famous in the Stranger Things world. Millie Bobby Brown.
Yeah.
No.
I just
mean-
don't think. I think star power, yes, but also that star power comes from Stranger Things, and
Yeah.
she's been weirdly on the record of being like, I don't watch movies, I don't really care about movies,
Right.
which is kind of strange. And then it reflects in the movies that she's been making. I mean, The Electric State is just is bad. But I do think that like she is top of the public consciousness. Another name I just had to throw out is Kaylee Spaney. Although I don't think I think she's much like a Julia Garner type.
Yeah,
Where she's on the
once
rise.
Once she gets better projects, well, not better projects, but more projects.
More, yeah. Because like we finally saw her lead a major franchise with Alien Romulus, and like she's got the ability. I mean, Civil War's excellent, and
Priscilla's good.
Priscilla's really good, but also that was like her breakout was middle of the decade.
So to narrow it down from this list, I kind of feel like it kind of has to be Pedro Pascal.
I do think I keep coming back to Pedro.
Yeah, because it's just
he's in everything, and he's continuing to be in everything.
And it's not just that, he's good in everything too.
Yeah.
I would make the argument for Glenn Powell though.
I think Glenn Powell they're very close. They're very close. I think maybe by the end of the decade you might have a discussion, but I also think Glenn Powell is like he's just starting to get there.
Yeah.
To be honest, I think Pedro Pascal is in the same boat because he didn't really start getting super popular until Mandalorian and Last of Us.
But that's been this whole decade. The Mandalorian starts. I'm pulling up his filmography. Mandalorian starts in 2019.
But when is his face reveal? Because like
not till the second
that was
season.
Like 2019, 2020-ish.
Okay, because that's when like people start associating the Mandalorian with them.
Sam, you might have a bit of a point. As he does have like Mandalorian and Last of Us.
That's pretty much it. And I know he has Triple Frontier, but like that was before he was really super famous.
That's 2019. Wonder Woman 1984 in 2020. The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent in 2022. But it's as soon as he hits 2024, really. I mean, The Wild Robot, Gladiator 2, and then this year Eddington Materialist Fantastic Four, and then he's got Mandalorian and Grogu and Avengers Doomsday next year. I think you might have a bit of a point that part of his public consciousness comes from TV, and I guess that's an important question to ask: is are we considering TV in this?
I mean, I think we should, but obviously we're talking about a lot of like movies more, so I feel like the movies should outweigh the TV shows. But I think we should definitely bring in TV shows as something.
It could be a factor, like, but a very minor one. Yeah, because I guess Glenn Powell did TV too. But...
He did, but he didn't have leading roles in TV.
But if you look at Glenn Powell, like it's been consistently. So 2022, 2023, 2024, 2025, you know.
Yeah, ever since Top Gun Maverick.
Yeah.
That was the breakout.
Yeah, he's had a big movie that he's been the star of since then. Including 2 in 2023. You know what?
I think
you might be right.
Guys.
Yeah, you might be right. I do think Pedro Pascal's propelled by the TV roles. But again, who knows where that conversation is at the end of the decade?
Right. Mm-hmm. We'll have to revisit it in 5 years.
Yeah.
If this podcast is still going.
It'll still be going.
No, I know. I'm just kidding.
We'll just be hitting our stride.
Yes. We'll gain a total of 3 followers.
Hey, we got 20 followers on Spotify, which I don't know if I should be saying that on the pod, but all right, Glenn Powell, and then
he definitely deserves the nod.
Yeah. Okay, so that gives us a full and complete decades. So I guess, do we feel good about all of our picks? The one thing I want to revisit, and I just because I wanted to put a name in there, and it's not De Niro. It's not. It's 2010s, and it's the Jake Gyllenhaal pick, and I want to consider Ryan Gosling. Is a name we did not throw out there.
That's a good point.
But also, Gosling also had a very strong 2020s.
was in Blade. Oh,
Yeah, he's got La La Land. He's got Drive. He's got
Runner.
Blade Runner 2049.
it's Crazy Stupid Love.
Crazy Stupid
that
Love.
Nice Guy-
The
Nice
Big
Guys.
Short,
Oh,
The Nice
I don't
Guys.
know.
We might have to do it.
We
Yeah.
might have to. Yeah.
Okay.
We might have to
And
do
I'm
that.
sorry, Ray Fiennes, you're getting bumped. Yeah,
And First Man.
Good.
He's also in First Man.
yeah, good catch.
Yeah.
Because
Did you say
because I
John
had him in the
Fiennes?
2020s because like Barbie, I think made him like in the public, like you knew people who don't follow movies knew who Ryan Gosling was because of Barbie. But I do think his peak is 2010s.
Yeah.
All right. Well, anything else that you'd like to revisit here?
So just to keep with consistency, I think we have to cut a name from the honorable mentions. In the
I would-
2020s.
I would cut probably Anya Taylor-Joy from the 2020s.
Yeah.
I was
probably.
thinking Michael.
Or Michael B. Jordan was my
Yeah,
other
one of the
choice.
two. Yeah, I don't care.
I'll cut Michael.
Okay.
We have our list.
Our list is it looks good. It looks good.
I know you're so seething about De Niro in
I'm
the
not.
90s and not the 70s.
I'm not. I've come to terms
process.
with it. All right, so let's run this down. All right, 1960s, our Mount Rushmore. And actually, do we want to rank them, or do we just want to have like these are the four, or do we want to have like one through the best to the fourth?
I feel like we kind of did that. Like our questionable ones were always
Yeah, the always number 4.
Okay, fair. All right, so 1960s, we've got Sean Connery, Paul Newman, Audrey Hepburn, and Steve McQueen. With honorable mentions, Elvis, Clint Eastwood, Gregory Peck, and Julie Andrews. 19
sticks out like a sore thumb.
and Elvis is a, you know.
You know.
1970s, we had Al Pacino, Jack Nicholson, Gene Hackman, Marlon Brando in the Mount Rushmore, with honorable mentions Robert Redford, Robert De Niro, Dustin Hoffman, and Roy Scheider. Love the shout for Roy. In the 80s, undeniably the GOAT, Harrison Ford, Meryl Streep, Eddie Murphy, Arnold Schwarzenegger. With honorable mentions Jamie Lee Curtis, Sigourney Weaver, Molly Ringwald. We need one more from the 80s.
Oh no.
Oh,
Kurt
the
Russell.
80s?
okay. Kurt Russell.
I mean, we could.
I was gonna say Stallone.
I was gonna say
Did we brought him
Stallone.
up?
You can do Stallone, yeah. Sly Stallone.
Yeah, we'll just do Sly.
There you go. The 1990s, Robert De Niro, Tom Cruise, Tom Hanks, Julia Roberts. Honorable mentions Daniel Day-Lewis, Demi Moore, Jesus, Robin Williams, and Brad Pitt. The 2000s, Denzel Washington, Angelina Jolie, Daniel Day-Lewis, and Matt Damon in the Mount Rushmore, with honorable mentions Johnny Depp, George Clooney, Paul. I was gonna go say Paul. I was gonna say Paul Thomas Anderson, Philip Seymour Hoffman, and Russell Crowe. Paul. 2010s, Leonardo DiCaprio, Emma Stone, Jennifer Lawrence, Ryan Gosling in the Mount Rushmore, with honorable mentions Jake Gyllenhaal, Margot Robbie, Matthew McConaughey, and Hugh Jackman. And for the 2020s, we've got Robert Pattinson, Timothée Chalamet, Florence Pugh, and Glenn Powell in the Mount Rushmore, with honorable mentions for Anya Taylor-Joy, Austin Butler, Zendaya, and Pedro Pascal. Are we all in agreement? Is the committee in agreement?
Yes.
All right.
Where's Gal Gadot?
Get out.
We can't say without the show being taken off there.
Yeah. All right. Well, in that case, I'm going to finalize that list. And so I guess we're doing it next week. We will be taking all of these, 28 names that we have just listed, and we are going to put them into one big ass bracket and do one big ass fight night where we see who is the greatest actor / actress of all time. It's going to be a lot of fun. And stay tuned for that. If you liked this episode, make sure to leave a rating, subscribe, follow us on your favorite podcast platform. Do all that fun stuff. It helps us out, lets us know we're doing a good job, and lets us know that you like what you're listening to. So definitely do that. You can go to our website, firstpicturehouse.com, to see new articles that we're writing. You can stay up to date on the podcast there. You do all that stuff. And follow us on social media. We've got a great TikTok account that we're posting clips every day from this podcast. And then also, you can stay up to date on our X account, or follow us all those different places. And then, of course, got to follow us on Letterboxd and see what we're watching when we're watching it. You don't have to wait for each episode to only find out that Connor saw one movie in a week.
Shocking.
And I know. And with that said, that'll do it for this episode of the Film Box Podcast. And we will see you next time.
Deuces.
See ya.